Hey everybody, welcome to Learn, Laugh, Shoot Studio Chat. I'm David Salamoni. This is my dad, Frank Salamoni.
Master photographer.
You're trying to say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. Master photographer.
We're two photographers that have been doing this for a combined total of 60 years. And
60 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
If you want to support...
We used to use the flash, the gunpowder and the flash.
If you like our show and like us and
changed a lot.
And want to support our show, you can go to patreon.com/learnlaughshoot, and you can, we have special exclusive benefits for patrons. But today we're going to do something different. We usually just kind of BS for 20 minutes. We're going to go through my bag of stuff. What do I bring to a shoot, to a wedding? It's going to be much longer than if we go through his bag, because he only thinks like 2 things. I am a Nikon shooter. I've been a Nikon shooter for it's been like 8 years now. I was a Canon shooter before that, but then I sold everything because all my pictures were out of focus. So
that's not the Canon's problem.
I think a good thing to start.
Operator error.
I guess I'll start with my camera bodies. Camera bodies are a thing that's going to change the most.
How many bodies you got?
Bag. I am a 2-camera shooter. So I shoot with 2 bodies. Usually I have this guy, which is my D800, which he hates because he has to process the files that come out of this. It's a 30 megapixel camera.
You have 2 days to process.
It makes really gigantic files. But the files are really nice when they come out.
Not like Canon, where you can go half raw and you can cut it down to size. Nikon wasn't smart enough or didn't care about it.
Yeah, that is my one biggest complaint about these cameras is there is no medium raw when I do want to change to a lower thing. I'm shooting these giant files all day long, which makes I shoot this camera with 64 gig CF cards. You have to. Now this guy I usually have on my belt. I use a Spider holster, which I'll do a little review about. I keep this guy on my belt usually with my 7200. The lens I'm not going to use as much, because then I have my other body, which is this guy, which is my 750. Actually just changed from 2 800s to one 750 and one 800, because this way he would stop whining that I didn't have 80 gigs worth of shots. This is a great camera. I love this guy. I got tired of big cameras. I mean, the big giant D5s and all that stuff, they're great cameras, but I'm just tired of lugging around that weight. So I want to be fast, quick, efficient. This guy I do keep on a strap. This is a strap from a company called Upstrap. It actually has this little sticky stuff. So I have this one on my shoulder, and it doesn't slide off once it's on your shoulder.
So you don't have both of them hooked onto your belt?
No, because my pants would fall down.
Okay.
I used to do that, and then my ass would be hanging out half the time. So I went to this guy. And this guy is a really good, easy kind of to bring up for my more like my mid-range kind of zoom camera. It becomes more the workhorse of the day. Where the other one's more like we'll have the one I'm not using as much.
The other one is for.
No, I kind of play more my something mid-range, have something long. So like going into the house, I'll have.
So your basic cameras are set up in two different
focal lengths. Okay. Well, I normally use one focal length more than another. I go into a house, I'm gonna have the macro, my 105 macro, which I don't have here. To do my range shots and all that. And then I have a 24 to 70 or 24 to 105, on the other camera that's going to be getting, because I'm in a house, I don't need a 7200. Where then if I go out to like the church, I'll switch to a 7200 with the 24 to 70. Which then that does take me to lenses, which we have this bad boy. This is my 24 to 70 2.8. It's your workhorse, but this guy has started to become replaced. This is a 2.8 lens, but again about speed.
Replaced by what?
Replaced by this guy.
You have both of them?
Well, I have 2 of these because of Tammy. I have 2 of that stuff because of Tammy. My wife also shoots, so she has this.
It's wondering why I only have a couple lenses.
Because you don't use them.
Lens hog over here.
So this is the 24-120 f4.
Okay.
One of the things about being like out of focus, like my portrait stuff, shooting them at 2.8 all the time, I don't have to. So here I get a little more, especially good for like receptions. You put this on the 750, and I have a nice lightweight kind of rig that I don't have to have the 7200 on. So I'm getting 120 as opposed to having the full 200. But for shooting on the dance floor, shooting certain things, I don't need the 200. Right. Which then brings out the big guy, the 7200 2.8. Our buddy Tommy, he bought the F4 version of the Canon one, and it feels like a little toy. It's so tiny compared to this guy. I mean, you have this on your the 2.8, and this is probably the biggest workhorse of the day for me. Because when we go into portraits and stuff, this is on the camera the whole time. On one of the cameras,
it gives you the best images and best control.
For my style, it's giving me the best compression.
Your style?
For the way I shoot.
And how's that?
Is that I'd rather shoot my portraits with this, even a family portrait with this, walk back and rack it in more and compress the background in, as opposed to shooting it with the 24-70.
Very good.
And having everything flat.
Very good.
But this is, it's an expensive lens, but it's, the big boy, that gets used a lot. Then we go into the stuff that gets used not as much. We get into more of the specialty stuff. I was always a big fan of an 85 millimeter, so I'm an 85 1.4. I did not use this. I bought this a long time ago and probably didn't use it for about 3 years. But I just started using it a lot more lately for if I want creamy backgrounds. If I want to open up to 1.4 and just have everything go, if I have like candles and stuff, I want everything just to go soft and creamy in the back.
So it's more scene setters rather than for people?
No, it's for people. So I have the people against, if I want that texture, like I have trees or leaves or something in the background, and I want it just to go kind of more, like, not crisp. I want it very soft and kind of muted where you focus more on the people. You still have to be careful at 1.4 that you're in focus.
Oh, yeah.
But I want that bokeh, whatever the...
And what do you focus on if you say you have a single subject or a double subject and you're working that with 1.4?
Depends upon the distance you are to the subject. So if you're doing a full length at 1.4, which I might do this, I don't have to be as critical as if I'm doing a headshot.
A close-up shot.
So if you're doing a close-up shot and you aim on this eyeball's out of focus.
Right.
So you gotta kind of aim in the middle. If you're doing a full length, I can just hit the body. And it's going to be in focus.
Oh, this is out of picture.
Yeah, no Frankie. Frankie. And I know you don't like to shoot wide open, as wide open as I do.
I love to shoot wide open, especially with my 70 to 200, which I use a lot.
I'm talking wide open. 2.8 is not wide open.
It's wide open for me.
You can tell that's what I started using it again, because you could tell the difference between when you have this wide open and you have
you also have this wide open. It gives you a couple more stops.
Then we move into, what else I got in here? One of my kind of 4. This little guy is the best like $300 you'll ever spend if you're a Nikon shooter. It's a 20mm 2.8. You want to be on the dance floor and be super light for your reception stuff. Your arms are hurting from all day from carrying around this big giant crap. Or just do room shots or something. The zoom lens, the wider than 24 to 70 zoom lenses, they're big.
Let me see that. This is a new lens of yours?
No, I've had that forever.
Yeah, you sound like my wife. Did you just get this, honey? Oh no!
No, I've had that forever.
I've had this for 3 years.
No, I've had that guy forever.
Yeah, okay.
This is really good for video.
Text still on it.
It's a good video reception lens if you're using Nikon for shooting video.
So Canon doesn't have this?
No, I don't think there's an equivalent. Canon I think is a fisheye. They have like 24mm. I think is like the widest you're gonna get in a fixed. I don't know.
That's not bad. Nice little lens.
20mm. It's it's an older style lens, so it's it's slow focusing. Like you hear going.
This one here?
Yeah, because it's it's an older lens. It's not like these fast fancy jobbies.
Nice lens though.
Then we move into the Frankie's love-hate lens that when I use it.
Not the
lens baby.
The lens baby.
The lens baby is something
the lens baby.
I take out for one shot just to play lately.
You gotta take 20 shots to get it right.
Well, because it's not easy. I'm sitting there, I get it manually focused, because there's no autofocus, and then and there's no apertures f0 on the camera, and then you can adjust the focus around.
What's the aperture on this?
On this one you can set it, so it's got
you gotta go for the tighter setting.
Right? It's got a 2.5 to f22. This is the Composer Pro, so it's got everything built in. It's not like you're dropping in focusing apertures.
So have you tested it with?
I mean,
from
the effect dissipates. So the lens baby
As
effect
you
is to
go.
get that very like weird out of focus, but you get a
it's where?
spot that's focused.
F8, it's what? What's
It's
the
probably like
best?
F4, depends upon what you're
Really?
going for. 2.8, it's tough.
It's too much.
It's tough. F22, there's no effect. You might as well just be shooting whatever.
Really?
Because the effect's all gone. Thank you. You know how hard that lens cap is to keep track of.
Now you see me? Now I'm going to go down and get this stupid cap.
Now you gotta get that cap. I'll get the cap.
The lens baby,
Say
so
later.
I don't know if anybody's familiar with the lens baby. It has some nice effects. It's interesting. Back in the day, I used to get a Coke and filter, which was like $15, and stick it in there, and it gives you the same effect.
Smear some Vaseline on the lens.
Vaseline.
I'm sure that's
on
healthy
it.
for your
I
lens.
had. Oh, this has this twist. So what does this do for the effect?
What twist? That's your focus.
It's
The
your
moving?
focus.
Oh, the moving is
Yeah.
you move the spot that's focused. So if you're centered, the spot in the middle is going to be focused. And as you start to move that spot that's
Changes
focused
it.
will move. So if
Huh.
you want them to be offset to the right, you got to focus middle and then shift it, almost like a tilt shift
Yeah.
over.
I don't know. It's interesting.
And it's something just to play with. I don't know. I've had it for 10 years and used it twice. Now I'm trying to use it every job just because it's in there. Why not? Something different.
Something different, and you got to be current.
Just use it. I don't know. And then my flashes. What are my flashes? Oh, I hate this
1,
flash.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. Well, there's 6. The macro's not here.
6.
6. Yes, I bring 6 lenses. Plus, I have a 50 that I don't bring. So that's 7.
7. And his poor dad. I'm up to 3 now.
3. What else you got?
Even one angle.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. So he's got 3 now.
I have 3 now.
Awesome. What? I mean, to shoot with a fixed lens and zoom lens, you really the two bodies. It's too hard to change lenses if you're running gunning. You
Oh
know?
yeah, that's,
So like this will sit on the body that's not getting used, or if I know I'm going to use this for a particular thing, this will sit on that extra body, and if I have a minute, I'll take it out and But if I know I'm going to use it, it'll sit in the bag till I'm ready, and then it'll come on the secondary camera.
everything's in my bag, so it's over my shoulder, and I want to change something. I just go into my bag, twist it on, and capture those amazing images.
Sometimes I'm more of, I take in what I need for a certain location. So, I'm not bringing this whole kit in everywhere. This lens stays in the car 90% of the time. This lens comes into the house, comes in the reception.
My tripod.
No tripod. Why do you think I got all these straps and clips and stuff for a tripod?
What about tripod?
Well,
no
monopod.
tripod.
No tripod.
Monopod.
No monopod.
So if you're in a low light situation, you're using the 70 to 200.
Dude, this
Yeah,
thing I
yeah.
could shoot at 6400 ISO.
Oh really?
I'm fine.
And my Canon only shoots
You should
for.
probably get 3200 out of that.
I got 3200, and then I got 64.
And then pop a little flash. This is a terrible flash. But when I get this is the piece of equipment I hate the most. There are newer versions of this flash, the SB900. I melt these things because there is a heat shut off because this thing overheats notoriously, and all of a sudden it'll stop firing. So we turn that off. So then what happens? We melt it.
Oh really?
Yes. So
Canon doesn't have that.
no, this is
Canon's
my
not.
most biggest disappointment was this flash, which I would rather go to non-brand flashes if I'm going to melt them anyway.
That's crazy.
But they, it's flash is flash. You need a flash for certain tools, reception, low light reception. You need a flash. Even I say that.
What's that?
What's that? That goes to, that goes to this. No, that goes to this one. That's a lens shade.
It's a lens
It's a
shade.
lens shade.
And that helps you create some of those backlighting and flare
No,
situations.
you need somebody over your head with a reflector.
Yeah.
And,
Or a big tree overhead.
I mean, my kit is, it's meant for certain looks. The 85 is meant for when I want a certain look. The workhorses, though, this has become, the 24 to 120 has become a big workhorse. And the 7200, of course, is, the main workhorse.
I do all of his proofing
Yes, you do all my processing.
and processing, and
You see the variety of stuff I put out.
What?
You can't tell me the difference when you see. We'll
grab
grab
your chops.
We'll grab a shot.
It's really a good idea. Number one is to change not only the focal length and the different views, the different lenses are going to do different things, and that's important for you to know what you're doing.
And change your apertures, because you shoot this thing at f/22.
So you shot everything with a 20, 4-70. Not that exciting.
No, but yeah, well, I use my 24-70 in shots like that, where it's more scenic, landscapey, shots in my couple portraits. Otherwise it's the 7200.
Yeah, 7200 is better for a couple portraits.
But
unless
I want little
you want to have
people,
the distance,
type of thing. But that's my kit of all my stuff. Yes, there's
nice kit, Dave.
7 lenses. We'll go over bags, since I'm gonna do like a review video for the bags I use, because I am a bag whore. But I've actually have had the same bag now for 6 years probably.
All right, so now
I've become a one bag man.
Supposing somebody is on a tight budget, okay, and they have they're looking for a camera to get, and they're looking into Nikon. What lenses would you recommend them starting off with?
Probably I would say a 50mm 1.4
Fixed.
Fixed. It's nice. Depends on what you're going for. Like a lot of people, they buy these. Problem is, to go into a zoom that does anything decent, you're talking about a guy like this. You're at least in for $900 to $1,000.
That's the.
This is 24 to 120.
F4.
This is F4. You go to 2.8, you're talking $2,000.
Okay, so
if
you saved your money, and you wanted to get the better lens, what would you pick to start with?
I would probably say, scenario-wise, versatility-wise, I would probably say if you had the extra money, you start with this, the 2.8, just to have that extra room. As you become more experienced and learn how to utilize your flashes better and things like that, then you can start to play in the F4 realm.
Right.
But if you just want to you're in a low light church or something, this thing's not going to do crap for you. You really need more of this.
And it gives you a chance to give you the wide angle perspective. 28's not too.
But in dark scenarios, if you want to shoot details and stuff, and you're just in a room or whatnot, that a 50 1.4 fixed, man, you don't want to use flash. You just want to use natural light. $200 to $300, you can't beat it.
This one?
And no, flat 50, straight
Flat 50.
$200 $300, $400 tops for a nice one.
So if you're really tight.
If you're tight and you just want you want to not use your pop-up flash and want to get a nice picture,
Right. It gives you the low light situation.
You can open it up and you have 50 on and pretty much it's your normal focal length, and you can get some nice pictures.
Normal focal length, but you still have to go back a little bit for some bigger groups.
Yeah.
But for the cost factor, it gives you a chance to get in the game and keep the budget, which you could maybe put into another lens that you would want to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you're thinking about being pro and you are talking about zoom lenses that come with kits, anything that's not a fixed aperture, just don't waste your money. Take that $100, $200, and put it towards saving up for something. Even if you wanted, this guy said you didn't have the extra grand, this 24 to 120, put that $200-300 you would have bought in a kit and just buy the body only and save up and buy a lens like this.